vInspired Live, please welcome, with great enthusiasm, YouTube superstars, Jack and Finn Harris.
We are going to talk to you guys a little bit over the next couple of minutes about social media and how you can kind of go about using that for change.
This is where it gets a little bit serious, okay? I'm going to throw some facts at you guys. So over 1 billion of us are signed up to Facebook, and another 500 million on Twitter. We humans have never been so connected. And what is it you guys are using social medias for? Well, apart from watching Charlie Is So Cool, obviously, it's to connect to people all around the world and share information. And more often than not, this information is shared in the form of a story. And that, for us, is the key.
Today, the practice of storytelling is more present than ever because we can tell them through such a variety of mediums, whether it's Instagram, Vine, videos, tweets, you guys name it. Back in the good old days, messages were shared mainly through major media outlets, such as BBC, whether it was on TV or radio. However, today, you guys are empowered through social media to share your opinion with the world. You don't need a production studio, you don't need to be presenters. All you need is a social media account and a story.
And a really great example of this was the Coney 2012 campaign. You guys remember that? Now, whilst it was incredibly controversial, it still stands as one of the most successful viral campaigns on YouTube. And their aim was pretty simple. It was to make Joseph Kony famous. And my goodness, they succeeded. I think the video has almost 100 million views on YouTube. And whether you like the charity or you don't like the charity, you kind of have to ask yourself, why was the video so successful? And in my opinion, at least partly, I think it was because it was an incredibly powerful story, and it was told in a simple, precise, relatable way.
So if you have your story and you have your voice, the question is, how do you make yourself heard? Because the internet's a really noisy place. And the key is to amplify your voice, combine it with others. Jack's Gap for us really started to grow when we collaborated with different YouTubers here in the UK and the US. We got together with them and we made our voice louder. However, you don't need a fancy pants website to do this. Jack and I are going to share a couple of techniques with you guys.
So a few years ago, me and Finn were watching TV, as in the television. You probably don't know what that is. It's this rectangular thing.
I have no idea.
It sits in your living room. Who watches that? Anyway, a few years ago, we were watching it, and we saw a show about a guy called Richard Reed, who owns Innocent Smoothies. And me and Finn came away from it feeling incredibly inspired. And Finn was like, mate, I'm going to get in touch with Richard. And I was like, oh, right, yeah, he's a really successful, busy entrepreneur who doesn't release his personal information. Good luck with that. Nonetheless, Finn spent the next hour guessing Richard's email address. RichardReed1@innocent.com, whatever, you name it, Finn guessed it. 3 days later, Richard got back. Yes, Finn!
In terms of brands, they're kind of an interesting one, because pretty much every major brand these days has someone working full-time on their social media. So it's not actually as hard to get in contact with them as you might think. Jamal Edwards, who's a good friend of ours, once shared a...
Yes, Jamal!
Yeah, Jamal! Once shared a very sneaky technique with you, and so I'm going to pass it on to you guys. Find the brand that you're trying to target, click on their followers list on Twitter, and scroll right to the top to the beginning. Chances are, more often than not, the first couple of people they followed will be their PR manager or advertising manager. All you need to do then is follow them and then just bombard them with tweets until they reply.
Actually, that does work, because we did that to vInspired, and we ended up here. We were like, guys! And it works. To finish, we would love to share a story with you guys. It's a story that really inspires us, and it's a great example of how one person can make a big difference. It's a true story about a 68-year-old woman called Karen Klein.
Karen worked as a school bus monitor in New York, and 4 of the kids on that bus used to bully her. They would make videos out of it and then post it on Facebook. One of the videos they made was calling Making the School Bus Monitor Cry. They would tease her about her age, how she looked, her weight, and they even threatened to piss on her doorstep and... to piss on her doorstep. And someone found this video on Facebook, took it and uploaded it to their personal YouTube account, and then tweeted out about how shocking they found it with a link to the video. Within a week, that video went viral, and a campaign was launched to raise $3,000 so poor Karen could take a holiday. However, within 3 weeks, that campaign raised $600,000. When Karen received the money, she instantly used $100,000 to set up the Karen Klein Foundation, which now tackles bullying across America. It took one person to upload that video onto his social media and share it to make that difference.
To conclude, each and every one of you, even Steph, has the power to share, inspire, share, and connect with the rest of the world. Find your niche, find your story, share it on social media, and the rest of the world will listen.
Thank you.
Thank you.